Basil and bay leaves. Let's talk about them. So it's that time of the year and the children are back in school. While they're in school, they're mingling with other children, they're exposed um, to pathogens and bacteria and all kinds of stuff, through their daily adventures and interacting with other people. While we can't, as parents, we can't control everything that happens with them and everything that's going on in their lives, we can prepare them and we can be prepared to support their little bodies and immune system in lots of ways. And for me, there's nothing that beats plant medicine or holistic remedies, holistic approach to wellness. So bay leaves, they have antioxidants that protect the cells. They can potentially regulate blood sugar. They're a good source of potassium, making them potent in supporting heart health. They can improve digestion. They're anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial. Basil leaves, not holy basil, they have a lots of basils, like all types of basils. But all the other basils, excluding holy basil, even sweet basil, you can use them. Basil leaves contain a good amount of magnesium, making them the ideal herb to support muscle and blood vessels relaxation, reducing the risk of heart diseases and high blood pressure. Basil is also antimicrobial, antibacterial, and loaded with antioxidants. So basil in general, they're rich in vitamin A, C, and K, and minerals like calcium, iron, and magnesium. Now, here's how I use basil and bay leaves to support my children when they're going through those moments where the body is fighting off infections and is presented in the form of the fever symptoms that they have. So because I don't do pharmaceuticals or over-the-counter fever reduction, fever is a good thing because that's the way, that's the body's way of fighting off infections. I let it run its course. Now, there's an acceptable range for fever within children when their body temperature is out of their baseline, when it goes above the baseline. You can Google the acceptable range, but what I do if they get out of that acceptable range, I get them into a tub of water. Don't let the water be cold because the body will only send the body into shock. They're already fighting off an infection. You don't want them to shiver. That's not very good. So you just put them in slightly warmer than lukewarm water. Put a handful of basil, a handful of bay leaves, fresh basil, fresh bay leaves in the water. Let them sit for a couple of minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Get them out. Dress them up in something light, not too light, and put a light sheet over them, a very lightweight blanket over them. Keep the environment cool so they're not warm and burning up again. You don't want to repeat that cycle of burning up excessively. So keep them light and cool. If you can put a fan on very low just to move the air around in the room, that works too. So that's just my approach to keeping the body temperature regulated when they're having those moments where they're experiencing fever. Wishing all the children a healthy and happy school